Hello everyone, welcome back to our online lessons. In today's video we are going to be talking about gross weight, net weight, and tare weight. So these are things that we basically already know, it's just giving them names basically. So we're going to begin by talking about gross weight. Gross weight, net weight, and tare weight all refer to the relationship between an object, its container, and its contents. So let's give an example. The easiest example that I could think of was a water bottle. Okay, so here you have a water bottle that is filled with water, almost anyway. If I were to measure, if I were to weigh this as it is, what I would get is its gross weight, meaning the total weight of the object, container, plus the contents, which in this case is the water. But what if I were to empty out the contents, meaning I were to empty out the water and I was left with only the container, only the bottle, and I weighed that? What I would get then is the tare weight. So the tare weight is the weight of only the container. Lastly, the net weight refers to the weight of the contents of the object. So in this case, that would be the water. So imagine I could take the water out of the bottle like this. Now, of course, water would normally spill. Well, let's imagine that it's frozen, let's say, right? So this is a block of ice, let's say. I got it out. I somehow got it out of the water, and before it spilled, I froze it. So let's say I weighed this in that case. What that would give me is the net weight. So the net weight refers to the weight of the contents of the object. So again, gross weight, the total weight of the object, water plus bottle. Tare weight is only the weight of the container, so just the bottle. And the net weight is only the weight of the contents, so in this case the water. Now, as you can imagine, you can see it here basically. Um, the gross weight is these two put together. So the first thing that we can say about these weights is that the gross weight is equal to the tare weight, so in this case the weight of the bottle, plus the net weight, the weight of the water. Let's make these a little smaller. Don't take up so much room. So, if I know how much the bottle weighs and how much the water weighs, I can figure out how much they weigh together. Okay, that makes sense. But what if I know how much the water bottle weighs with the water inside it, and I know how much the bottle weighs empty, but I want to figure out how much the water weighs alone. And let's say that I can't do the thing that we talked about where I take the water, because we actually can't, where we take the water out of the bottle and somehow freeze it and then weigh it. So I want to figure this out with maths. Uh, I know, again, I know how much this weighs. So the water plus the bottle. I know how much the bottle weighs, and I want to figure out how much the water weighs. Well, let's think about this. What we're basically saying is that I want this. I want the weight of this thing right here, which I could find if I could somehow magically remove the bottle, right? And what did we say just there? Remove the bottle. So from the gross weight, which is the total, I would like to remove the tare weight, which is the bottle. That sounds like subtraction. And indeed, if we were to subtract from the gross weight which is the total weight, if we were to subtract the tare weight, just the bottle, well, what would we be left with? We would be left with the weight of the water, which in this case is the net weight. So the second thing that we can say about these weights is that the net weight is equal to the difference between the gross weight and the tare weight. Let's make a little room here. I would like for you to write these down somewhere so that you can see them when you're doing your exercises. And I'm going to rewrite them in Greek just so that you know them in Greek as well. Lastly, what if I know how much the water weighs, and I know how much the bottle weighs with the water, but I don't know how much the bottle weighs alone? So in this case, I know the net weight, I know the gross weight, and I want to find the tare weight. Well, again, if I want to know how much the bottle weighs alone, just empty the water. Remove the water from the water bottle, right? And all you'll be left with is the bottle. So in mathematics, what that sounds like is, again, subtraction. Well, what are we subtracting? From the gross weight, the water bottle, we said we would be emptying out the water, which is the net weight. And what we wanted to find was what? How much the bottle weighed alone, so the tare weight. So the tare weight is equal to the difference between the gross weight and the net weight. Let's talk about an example like this. Let's say I tell you that this water bottle is 700 grams, right? And the bottle on its own weighs 50 grams. How much does the water weigh? Well, what I told you just now is that this whole thing weighs 700. The bottle alone is 50. And I want you to find the net weight. So since you're looking for the net weight, you got to go here, which means you got to subtract the other two. So you need to do 700 minus 50, which makes 750. Let's say that I gave you a problem that said, okay, well, this empty bottle weighs, let's say, 30 grams, and this water right here weighs 600 grams. How much will this water bottle weigh? Well, that just means I need to put these two together to make this. So I'm looking for the gross weight. I'm looking for the whole. So as you can see here, I need to add these two, 600 plus 30, to get 630. Lastly, what if I tell you that this entire bottle with the water, that it weighs 1,000 grams, and the water weighs 800 grams, and I want you to tell me how much the empty bottle will weigh? Well, you would need to be, you would be looking for the tare weight. So you would have to go here and say, oh, the tare weight is equal to the difference between the gross weight and the net weight. So you'd have to subtract these two. Say 1,000 minus 800. Find the difference. So it would be 200. Now I will be rewriting them all in Greek so that you know the terminology. Gross weight in Greek is nikto varash. If you want to write them in English, just go back to the part of the video where you can still see the words written in English. Just copy them on a piece of paper or a notebook and then come back. Tare weight in Greek is apolvaro. Net weight in Greek is atharovaros. And then we can rewrite these as well using the Greek. We said that gross weight is nikto. And the gross weight is the tare, so apobaro plus the net. So katharo. Next, the net weight is katharo, and it is equal to the difference between the gross weight, to, and the tare weight, apobaro. Lastly, we have apobaro, tare weight, which is equal to the difference between the gross weight, to, and the net weight, which is katharo. And anytime you need to translate anything from one language to the other, you can use this image right here. Hopefully you wrote it down in your notebook or a piece of paper, and you can go back to it. You can refer back to it so that you know what we're talking about. If you get confused, just have the paper next to you so that you can look at it. That'll be all for today. Tomorrow we will be solving problems involving these concepts. So I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye. Have a good day.